guys, what's up? My name is Cars. Welcome to Fix Your Shitty Movement. I have been on a reign of terror with the nagging and the lecturing on this specific thing for the past week especially. Like people who work with me are like, they're really getting it. And you know what? I only have myself to blame because I just let it slide because there's so much going on when you're learning complex movements like the swing, the clean, two-handed clean, single arm, whatever, all the shit, single arm swing, that I've just been letting it slide. What is that? Setting the bell down like an asshole. And this goes for barbells too. With powerlifting, you definitely wanna drop the weight when it's called for that. And anyway, I'm not talking about fucking Olympic lifting. FYI, I know nothing about Olympic lifting. I'm just a fan. But also, go to an Olympic lifting coach if you want information on that. So, I teach people right out the gates how to pick the bell up appropriately to move it. That was actually an accident. I was gonna do a two-handed clean there. But when you're picking up the bell, right, you don't want it to be like this, right? I've said it before, one thing that's really great about RKC and Bassi Pilates for that matter, because they do the same thing, is they teach you good bell etiquette. How to move it safely, how to keep your area safe. For example, I would fail that because that's behind me and I followed my death. But you know, always making sure that your area is clean so that that doesn't happen. How to bail on a weight. And most importantly, how to set it down safely or move it to the other side safely. Yeah, if you're doing like a swing with like the 12 kilo, yeah, you're not gonna hurt yourself if you put it down like an asshole. But what you need to do, same with the barbell, is you need to pretend that it's 10 times heavier than it actually is. Because that way, you'll fucking respect it. What's the easiest way to teach someone how to respect it? Make them do it with a heavier weight. Yeah, because your body's like, oh shit, no, fuck, don't do that, right? You learn real quick. Obviously, I use this tactic with some discretion, but it is nice the way that it just illustrates it so perfectly. So two-handed clean for a goblet squat, right? You're in a hinge, right? Just like any ballistic, and you explosively catch the bell, right? Making sure not to hit yourself in the face and all this other stuff, right? So there's some fancy handwork going on here, right? To get it into position. And so I don't really want to do this, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. This is how they put it down. Either this, and I bent my knees to absorb some of the shock because I really did want to do that. Or here's the thing that a lot of women do, and I've had enough. Like that. Like, why? You just picked it up so pretty. You just did a whole set of goblet squats, and then you're gonna put it down like that. First of all, that rep doesn't count. You finished the whole fucking thing or it didn't count. Same like dropping the barbell with a deadlift. That's only half a rep, my friends. Yeah, you want it to be a controlled descent when you're doing like maximal or near maximal loads if someone is doing actual powerlifting. But until you get to that point, I want you to know how to set it down with control. Because the same thing happens in the deadlift, right? People are like, yeah, I finished my set, right? Do you understand that is the shit that will destroy you over time? Not only building bad habits so that you can never really get to a heavier weight, but also that slow wear and tear on your shoulders, on your lower back, on every fucking thing. Your inability to be able to say, hey spine, don't round right now. There's nothing wrong with this movement. A Jefferson curl, my friend Katie loves them too. I fucking love that shit. I think they're great. If you're trying to, not Jefferson curl. What the fuck's it called? Is it Jefferson? I don't fucking know. You know what I mean. It's a really weird fucking looking, I'll ask Katie, she just knows all that shit. Anyway, so yeah, if that's what you're intending to do, then that's great. But if you're doing a deadlift or a clean or a swing, what the fuck are you doing at putting it down like that? You just picked it up, literally do that in reverse, right? And I get it, it's my fault. I didn't drill it enough, didn't say like I do with the floor press when people are switching sides. Mr. Daniel John, who you might know, doesn't subscribe to this method of just switching sides. So here we go, right? Here, and he doesn't do it that way, but what the hell does he know, am I right? And that's fine. They teach different ways in RKC. the main thing is that you want to get it away from your fucking face so you don't drop it on your fucking face, and move it to the other side safely. Does it fucking matter how much you can floor press or get up or anything like that? If you fucking drop a bell on your face, drop the 25 on your face. I feel like that one will teach you pretty quick. But every time people just pass it over their bodies, right? Well, I drill that one right away, mainly because it's so dumb. Don't pass it over your fucking body. But then I just like, you know what? They already look like they want to punch me in the face after learning the clean. Let me just let that slide. It's a disservice to you. And so I'll gently say it. Gentle is over. We're gonna be a huge bitch about it. It's part of my brand anyway, like, hello, fix your shitty movement, am I right? So you're literally reversing what you just did. That's why in a lot of my like swing demo videos or whatever, I always start like this, right? No weight, and then go down, right? Because that's the top of my swing, and then I reverse the movement at the top, right? Same thing with the deadlift, although I don't really do the whole fucking quantum leap thing at the top of the deadlift after I've set the weight down, but you get the idea. It's all about creating a safe ritual around the movement. If the movement hurts you and you're like, I don't fucking know how I put down the barbell when I do a deadlift or when I do a kettlebell swing, there you go. You're moving it like an asshole. It doesn't matter how good your kettlebell swing is. If you don't know how to move a bell, literally lift it and move it, which is what a deadlift is, your deadlift sucks and you're gonna always hurt yourself. It's so dumb. Can you tell I'm a little worked up about this? Okay, so same thing with the swing, right? I am a recovering over cure, but that's okay. We're working on that. I try to fit as much as I can into this 50 minutes, guys. You have no idea. And people are like, okay, you gotta fucking stop. So I'll sometimes give them a cue when they're doing the swing and they'll go, huh? Like, for fuck's sake, put it down. Sometimes I'll even say, put it down safely. And they'll be like, what? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Weren't you just afraid of hitting yourself in the crotch with that bell? Isn't that why you're being all, right? But all of a sudden, you're just letting it fucking slam into you with like relaxed shoulders. So yeah, the squat, the bench, all that stuff, they're generally heavier, so people tend to have a little more respect with it in the get-go, but the deadlift is the best example and the most feared movement because it requires you to have tension that you create out of thin air. Squat, bench, you're feeling that weight before you even get started. With the deadlift, especially, this is the issue with tap and go. There's a time and place for tap and go. Some people, I recommend it for them. Others, they should stay away from it. Why? Because their tap is boom, bouncing it off the floor, right? So they lose, it jars their whole body. They lose a lot of the tension. It disrupts that position. So not everybody agrees with this, but I think you should try to put it down as quietly as possible. Metal plates, obviously, they're gonna make a lot of noise, but I don't like the slam down. If you're, deadlifting 500 pounds, that's different. If you're doing reps, if you're learning, why the fuck are you dropping that weight? It's a half a deadlift in my book, and therefore you get nothing. Pick it up, put it down the exact same way, every single time. Every single time. You will be amazed at how much stronger you get, how much better your body feels, where you're not just constantly poking at it because you're lazy. Same goes for putting away your plates. An issue I don't have here anymore, so I don't have to deal with people that aren't invited anymore, which is, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Fix your shitty movement. Stop fucking around, would you? My name is Cars.